Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome to episode 34 of our All the Mod 6 to the Sky Let's Play series. Where today we're going to continue with our journey of enchanting, and yeah, continue working towards getting a nice enchant setup. I want to see if the enchanting setup that I use in Enigmatica 6 works in All the Mod 6, because I know that they've changed a few things. So right now, ultimately, what I'm working towards is getting Industrial Foregoing going, so I can get some liquid essence. Yes, so we can start enchanting with Industrial Foregoing. We have liquid XP, but it's not the same as liquid essence. Two different things basically do the same thing, but they're not over dictionaried. So, hey, what are you going to do? So last episode, we set up a mob slaughter factory, and that's generating us pink slime and liquid meat. Now we need to get a mob crusher because we now have the ability to make advanced machine frames. Because advanced machine frames require pink slime, 500 millibuckets of it, which we do have being generated. So yeah, pretty nifty. So we just need to teach the system how to make the advanced machine frame, and then the mob crusher itself is a regular craft, so we don't need to worry about doing anything for that. Now again, this will be another machine that's going to compete with our mob crusher up there, but it's been running long enough. We have enough liquid XP. I'm not concerned about robbing Peter to pay Paul here, essentially. You guys can go down there. Let's have our frames in order. But yeah, so if I request the machine frame and everything that this can make, and then what can't it make? It's hard to tell, but maybe it can't do the gold gears. Nope, it can. So we're just basically waiting on that guy to finish up, which he did. And there's our mob crusher. So similar concept as it was before. We need a flux point. And for this, we're also going to need an ender chest. Though technically we could use a quantum entangler because it does items, but we'll stick with our white ender chest at least. So there's an ender chest, and we're going to need another set of quantum entangler porters, and we'll let those cook because they take a minute while we do the thing. So over here, this is the opposite side, correct? Yes, that's where I want to set this guy up. And I need a range upgrade. Oh, I thought I had taught the system how to make those range upgrades. I guess not. Anyway, so we're going to set this here, just like we did on the other side. We're going to basically duplicate that setup. Flux point. You are our mob crusher. And you're good to go. Now, so this thing has a couple things. So mobs generate essence. What this does, this is Industrial Foregoing's way of killing mobs and getting their items. So you have two options. You can have it generate essence, which is what we're here for. The items, I'd prefer my other mob crusher kill them because it has looting 10 and it has beheading and all that stuff. This doesn't have that. So I don't really care for the mob drops from this thing. It's the essence that I want. Unfortunately, you can't turn it off. So, oh well. What this is going to do, though, is generate essence. Now, if I click this button, it'll say mobs won't generate essence, but each kill will have a random chance to use looting at any level. I wish there was one more toggle there that said drops will not generate, but the more essence will, but hey, whatever. So I'm considering if I let this back stuff with mob drops, it won't, like even if they hit the ground, the absorption hopper will pick it up. So we kind of don't need the ender chest. We just need the quantum entangler porter, really. So if I just enable the back, then I don't have to worry about the ender chest and having to pull in those items. Because I really don't, the items coming from this aren't really like that important to me. Because we have the other thing. It's the essence. So let's get our configuration card, set it, and then we're going to set this to liquid. Oh, I need to actually Oh, I can access that. What is this called? It's just called essence. Essence input. And on the liquids is going to be on the back. And now you have air. You do have some essence. Input on the back essence. Input all sides. That might be the front. No? Push. Why do I feel like we were having this issue earlier again too? Essence input set. Is there just not enough for it to push? Like, no, there's 200 millibuckets. Push. Do it. Okay. Obviously, side configuration is weird. You're facing this way. Yeah, that was the back. I don't know why. Why was that being so weird? Unless it counts that as the front. That's a good question. We need a range upgrade though, so I need to go teach the system how to make range upgrades from Industrial Foregoing. And while we're here, go ahead and do that. Everything's just going to be competing with each other, but they'll be on opposite schedules, so that'll be nice. So right now it's a 1x1. I need it to be a 5x5, so that's a +3. Because it's going to add, yeah, it's going to add 3 to each side, plus the middle is 5, yeah. So glass pane. And over to here. You can take the range upgrade. Okay, and then range. Okay, so then if we come up here, and again, this is going to be controlled by this lever, so put this in here, show the working area. It should now be 5x5. Yes, a little bit extra because it's pushing out, but that's okay. So yeah, this thing will generate its essence. And that was correct. That is the front. So the front of the machine is what you would think is the back. So then we're going to set this to input. Input on all sides is fine. So there's a bucket of essence in here. Eventually, I mean, we're going to need a lot of essence. So let's just go ahead and fly down here. And again, just as we have with all of our other stuff, we're going to set this up. I forgot to make the tank though. But we'll set up a quantum entangloporter and start generating essence. That way we can have it in the system. I wish there was a way to convert that fluid liquid experience into essence. That would be absolutely swell. But I do not believe there is a way. If anybody knows of a way, please let me know in the comments, because it would just be, you know, much more convenient. You're going to eject to the right. I'm going to get my simple black hole tank and my external storage. Bam. Okay, cool. You're going to pull. Is it necessary to have it set to pull when this is set to auto eject? No, but I just like to, you know, make sure everything's hunky-dory. We got a push and a pull configuration. We're good to go. So you're set to fluids and the back needs enabled. Okay. So we got 2 buckets of essence. Exactly what we need. Just enough for all the stuff we need, right? Oh, wrong, but it'll keep building up over time. I can even sit AFK for a while and let it all build up. And then that way we don't have to worry about it on next batch of episodes that I record. I like that idea. Anyway, okay, so that was the mob crusher, which gets us our experience. So a couple things. First off, I want this mob sorter. Mainly so we can sort out the enchants that are coming off of this, because we have two different items coming in. If we look at our stuff, if I look at, is it, no, not ant armor. If I do armor, yes. Look at all this junk armor we're getting. What I would care about is the armor with enchants. All this stuff though, I don't need, like, at all. So if what I can do is set all the armor to go into a chest somehow, if I can filter out armor. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. If I can say out of this, just give me the armor, and then that goes into an enchantment sorter, which takes the enchanted items, dumps them into our system here. And then everything else can get voided. F3H. Hashtag armor. You're just called leather leggings. Yeah, you don't have anything else. Leather boots. Oh, Shadow Step is a nice enchant. Mobs can't see you if you use Shadow Step. I was hoping like they had a tag called armor or something. Piglin loved. Yeah, how could we do that? And then we can extract the enchants. Well, we'll have to play with that a little bit later. Let's get the machines that we want first before we even start that. Okay, so let's get a couple items. First off, Enchantment Factory. This generates enchants essentially. So let's go ahead and request the stuff that we need. The applicator, we're also going to request, and the extractor. You required 3 anvils. And that's you done, almost. And then you should be done. Okay, so there's the factory. There's the applicator. And there's the extractor. What do you want? Another brick? We don't have any nether essence, but do we have, yeah, we can make those. And you. So there's this extractor, and there's also this one from Cyclic. I want to try this one out. I've never used this before. As far as I know, this uses that liquid XP that we've been making, so that might be beneficial to use. The other extractor just uses power, so it's kind of a toss-up as to which one we're going to want to end up using. And the sorter. I mean, I might as well just queue up everything because eventually I do want to use that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go downstairs into our enchanting area, and we're going to set these machines up. So kind of, sort of, where do we want to put this? Because it's going to need power. It's all going to need, to be honest, our regular enchanting area is kind of in the way. Let's go ahead and, oh, I don't have silk touch, so I'm gonna have to make all these bookshelves again. Yeah, because each one's gonna give me 3. It's gonna give me the books back. It just doesn't give me the planks back, but that's okay. So let's set this aside for the moment. So there's a order to this thing. So the enchantment applicator kind of is its standalone thing. The enchantment factory and the enchantment extractor, though, can be chained together, which is what we want. So we're going to get the applicator can go here, the factory, and the extractor. Okay. Now, the way that this works is this uses essence, and this uses essence. This does not. This just uses books. All 3, though, use power. So let's go ahead and get power to these guys with a flux point. Our standard item for power. And then energy pipes, sure. So let's boop, 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 boop. You are going to be on the output network, and you are going to be in enchanting. I'm gonna like fall into the void if I don't pay attention. Morphing tool, set it to extract. There. Okay. So now all these guys are going to get their power. We'll see if we need to get an upgrade in there to give it more power, but that's okay for now. So basically the way that this works is we pump essence into the enchantment factory and into the enchantment applicator. The enchantment applicator is basically like a anvil, but it uses essence instead of your levels to do it, which can be good or not. It depends on if you have a lot of essence available to you. It's a good way to burn the essence out of the system. So you put your item here, you put your book, and you get it enchanted. It can only do up to level, I think, 30 enchants inside of this. So if you want higher level enchants, enchantment applicator, not the way to go. The enchantment factory, on the other hand, generates random enchants based on the essence that you have in here. Now that is awesome. Here is where the kicker is. What you can do is you can put an item, say this sword in here, right? It's going to generate an enchant, use some essence, drop it over here. You have your enchantment extractor pick it up with some books, and you can pipe books into here, and it's going to extract all of the enchants off of the books. Enchantments from items will be transformed into essence. Ooh, I did not know that. Well, now we have a way to get more essence too. But anyway, you have and you can have it loop. So you have this have books, enchantment, sword will go here. You can have this pick the sword back up, boop, drop it in here, and you can cycle the sword back and forth and just keep getting all the enchants for a sword. Pretty freaking handy. So we're going to set it up as if we're able to do that. So we're going to set this is item input. We're going to set the top to be input, and we're going to set the right to push. I'm sorry. This is going to push to the right. You are going to get the item, enchantless item, input book, input item. You're going to input from the left. Books can input from the back, I guess. The enchantless item can be pushed back to the right. Oh, we can just enable this. That's the output. This, I don't even need a pipe. Enchantless item can push over here. And then the right can just be an input because this is going to pull. Oh yeah, check that out even. Enchanted book output can be the, let's see, you're going to input from the back. I guess the top because these pipes can't do both. We could set up XNet really if we wanted to, but so all that being said, we need to get our essence in here. So let's get a quantum entanguloporter or 2 because we need an input and an output now. And then while those are cooking up, let's check out this disenchanter from Cyclic. So it does require power, and I don't know what these are. Let's find out. Let's give it a energy. Okay, I have that bow with infinity on it, right? What if I put you in here with a book? You're just going to do the thing? Or do you need more power to do the thing? That's the question. No. Oh, so we got a book of infinity and a bow, and that just required power. This only requires power too, but this is automatable. Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to complain. That worked. It's an alternative, but it didn't require any power or anything, so that's pretty cool. What I need to do is go back up top and set up an output on our essence. How much essence have we gotten, by the way? 13 buckets. I mean, we're getting there. Like I said, if I AFK for a while, we'll get plenty of it over time. let's just put stuff away. That disenchanter from Cyclic is pretty nice. Okay, so you are going to go onto the essence, and we kind of like, I want to make sure that the freaking siding is correct. So let's do this and then this, so we can put that on the back. Okay, get our configuration card out. Bam. And we're going to call you're going to be the essence output channel set, and you are going to fluids input from the left, and you are going to push to the right. So it's going to drain all this. Remember, this has a 512 bucket buffer too, so we're always going to have some sitting inside of there. Nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. The ender tanks would only have a 16 bucket buffer, but can you imagine ender tanks having an input and output? So what if for example, this liquid essence, if this was green, green, green as an input, what's the output going to be? Green, green, white, green, white, green. But then this is also green. Then we have lava, which is red or orange. But then we have honey, and then liquid meat is brown. But then there's oil, and it just gets. It's a lot to keep track of and try to remember, especially when you have them stacked on top of each other like that. It's hard to see what the colors are on each one of them. So, quantum entangler porters, so much easier to handle. And they are expensive, though. I'm not going to deny. Quantum entangler porters are not cheap to make. So let's go ahead and set this up. Where do I have the essence input? It doesn't really matter. We can put this on top, I guess. Does that work? Yeah, that'll work. And we can say, okay, essence is going to pull from the top. You're going to be the essence output channel. And I need my card. Essence output set. And fluids. The bottom can output auto eject. And we're also going to auto eject on the right. Okay, so you have essence, and then the applicator is also going to need essence at some point. So let's go ahead and get fluid pipe. Honestly, we could have even used refined storage for this, but that's okay. If I remember correctly, that's what I did in my last playthrough, was use refined storage to handle the essence input, but that's okay. This will work just fine. So it's going to split the essence between the two right now, by the way. Yeah, okay. So that is that. Now, the question would be, let's put my netherite sword in here. Yeah, I don't have enough essence just yet for it to do what we want it to do, because it needs a full 32 buckets of essence, because it's going to always do a level 32 enchant. So we're just waiting on more essence to come in, essentially. So let's stop the splitting of this for now. The applicator will come in handy when we actually get the enchants that we want, but we'll hold off on that for now. We want all of our essence to dump into this guy so we can actually see this working. Let's get is this going to be our permanent enchant area? I don't see why not. Let's get network stuff. Network. Receiver. Transmitter. And card. What are these? Oh, blue network cables from... Yeah. So let's get the receiver, transmitter, and card. The receiver can sit here. You're going to go here. And basically, we're just waiting for essence to build up, so we can do at least our first enchant. So I can show y'all what that looks like. And then, yeah, and you'll see the potential of this enchantment application process. This is IF enchant area. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is working. Let's get a exporter, and then a importer. Yeah, we're going to need both. So we're going to export books and export books into this, but then we're going to import the items. Would an interface work? Probably, but I'd have to set up pipes, and I don't necessarily want to. So let's get the importer on the top, and then an exporter on the bottom or the back, and then just get some cables. Okay. So those are all those, and then we need books. System knows how to make books, so let's get a crafting card. And we'll do now we don't need a stack upgrade for this because we're not going to be using it too often. So you're going to export books into here, and we're going to want a full stack of books in there. That's fine. And a crafting card, so you can always make books as needed. Okay. So you're going to get books. We're just waiting for you to fill up on essence. So let me come back when we have enough essence in here. That way y'all can see what this looks like before we end the episode. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we finally have 32 buckets of essence. So let's go ahead and pop our sword in here. Bam, it's going to do the thing. It's going to enchant the sword. It should come over here. We had Ender Disruption, Beheading 3, and Unbreaking 4. It's going to extract the enchants. The enchants are going into the system. The sword disappeared. No. Oh, because I had it on the top. Darn it. I forgot to turn all this stuff off. Anyway, the sword should have went back over here and then would have been able to enchant again. But it went into the system. But yeah, do you see how this works? Essentially, I mean, not essentially, this is it. One thing I want to try is, once this is up, pedestals has these individual books here for speed, range, area, and capacity. Yeah. Each one of these, if you make this and put it through this system, it always gets you the highest tier, or at least it did. I don't know if that's still the case, but we're about to find out once we get enough essence. So I'm just going to put these here for now, and we're going to see, because then we could put speed. Also, I turned off the other two farms up there, so the only thing running now is the essence farm. And since it's generating so much, so many mobs are being generated from it, we're doing pretty good. I could even make some more of that chicken feed and probably convert the ground where the mob masher is, and probably have even more mobs being generated too, by the way. I may even do that. Then we'll have 5 plots of stuff going. I think that'll be cool. I'll probably do that in between episodes. So we're just waiting on another enchant here, or another bucket of stuff, because I want to see if this actually does what I think it's going to do. And if it works, you only ever need one of each of these, because it'll just keep cycling through and you'll get regular books of the enchants. So if I put, yeah, what I want is speed for all of my fertilizers down there. I want speed. Look at that, pedestal speed 5. It's going to extract it. Bam. And then this. So item input from the right, enable. Pull. Where did it go? Oh, it did go in there. Okay. Yeah, so that works. It'll cycle through. But yeah, that got us speed 5. If we look at speed 5, pedestal speed 5, 20 times faster. So that means each one of these that's operating, it'll go through its thing 20 times faster. So how many of those do I need? What is it? 9 per plot. So 36 of them. That's a lot of speed 5s. Plus then I got to actually do the enchanting, which is going to require levels. But like if I look at a fertilizer upgrade real quick, I just need the bone block. And then I get an anvil and that speed 5. Speed 5. How many levels is this? 5 levels to get this up to speed 5. All right, we're going to do it right now and see. But next episode, we will go ahead and see what that is like on one of these pedestals here, actually. And then we're going to continue on. I think I want to try and get this enchantment sorter set up. And then I don't know if I want to turn it into essence or books. That's the question. I'd have to set up another enchantment extractor if I wanted to do books. Or I could use the disenchanter from Cyclic, actually. And it'll pull the items. And then the question is, how do I get just the enchanted books into the system and then get rid of the armor? I guess it would need, no, we'll find out. Anyway, that's wrapping up point for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good one.